Knocking at the door back there. There's Belke, number 77, and he's challenging for third with Rich Thorwaldson. Here comes your leader, Jimmy Ellis, but there's lots and lots of action right behind him as Belke tries to close in on third spot. Here's Belke, number 77. He goes to the inside on Thorwaldson. Belke is there. Belke's got third place right behind Mike Runyard, the teammate of the leader, Jimmy Ellis, as they go up and over the jump.
Ellis is first. Runyard is in second place. They are teammates. What about it, Dave Despain? Will Runyard block for the leader, Ellis?
You can bet that Jimmy Ellis is hoping so. Runyard is going to have to do something to keep Belke behind him and out of second spot.
The leader, Ellis, 2-second advantage over his teammate, Mike Runyard, who crashes. Runyard is slammed into the wall of the peristyle. Belke has moved into second position in the Super Bowl of motocross.
Here comes another challenger right behind him, too. It's number 2, Jim Weinert. Weinert knifes to the inside and takes over third. And now he has only Zdenek Belke ahead of him as he's trying to challenge for second.
Belke can win it all right here. All he has to do is stay up behind this number 7. That's Belke, number 77. All he has to do is stay on 2 wheels, and he will win the Super Bowl of motocross with a second-place finish in the third moto.
So Jimmy Ellis is no longer the master of his own fate. He is the leader in the race, but that's not going to guarantee him the victory. Here comes your leader, Ellis. Belke is in second place, and now Weinert becomes the ally of Jimmy Ellis. He's got to get around Belke and take over second spot to ensure the victory for the Can-Am rider.
Belke won the first moto. Ellis won the second. This is the showdown.
And they come around. Here is Zdenek Belke, number 77. He's feeling that pressure from Jim Weinert. Weinert is definitely closing on machine number 2. Around through the whoop-de-doo jumps they come, with Jim Weinert trying valiantly to reel in the charging Czechoslovakian Zdenek Belke.
There's the leader, Ellis, still in front, and Belke is nibbling away at his lead as they go up into the peristyle.
It looks like that battle for second place is drawing them closer and closer to the leader. There's your second place battle going up and out of sight right now.
50,000 people waiting for this leap, and here it is, really heaving that bike forward. Jimmy Ellis trying to get an advantage over the second-place rider, and Ryder is down in the peristyle.
That's fourth-place Pierre Karsmakers, who is sidelined. The riders go streaking by as he tries to get back into it.
In the 3 decades of motocross, there has never been an event such as this throng of 50,000 is seen here in the Los Angeles Coliseum. As we move to the final moments, we have 3 riders within 1 second of each other, no interval whatsoever. There they are, Dave Despain, to decide it all here in the Super Bowl.
Belke trying to protect that crucial second position from the onslaught of Weinert, cuts down to the inside. Oh, he's in trouble on the whoop-de-doo. Belke has crashed. Belke crashes through that whoop-de-doo series, frantically trying to get that bike back on his feet as the crowd comes to life, sensing a victory. Here it is again. Here's Belke down on the inside. You see the front wheel get out of shape. He falls off and almost appears to be trying to tackle Weinert as he senses victory escaping his grasp. Zdenek Belke has crashed. Jimmy Ellis leads. Weinert is second, and Thorwaldson runs in third spot.
An interesting development here. Weinert stands a very good chance of winning the Super Bowl of motocross. It's been havoc with the leaders all through the event. And should Ellis have trouble, Weinert can take the whole thing home.
That's right, Ken. If Weinert can get by Ellis, they end up tied on total points for the event, and Weinert wins the Super Bowl of motocross on the basis of the best finish in this final moto. There's the separation from first to second. Belke is up after his crash and is running fifth.
Back to the peristyle go the leaders. Ellis, number 7 in command. He just seems to get more and more confidence as this event continues.
He's got perfect lines. Oh, Belke is down. Belke has crashed again, probably the effects of that first impact. He's shaken by it. He's out of the picture now, Ken. There's no doubt about that.
It's amazing the beating these athletes take in this sport.
Well, it's the second most physically demanding sport in the world, Ken, behind professional soccer. American professional football, interestingly enough, ranks in 8th position in that medical survey.
Jimmy Ellis of Cobalt, Connecticut seems to be on his way to victory, but every time we've had a man in front, he usually has gone down throughout these previous 2 motos, and including this event. Some of the leaders have had real problems.
And this guy right here, Jim Weinert, has the ability to do it all. He's a 500cc national champion. He could reel in Ellis on this course and take that victory away from him in the waning moments. There goes Jimmy Ellis up the peristyle and out of sight. Running in second spot is Jim Weinert. There's your third place contender. That's Rich Thorwaldson on bike number 11. Pierre Karsmakers, after that crash, has charged back to 4th. Jim West is in 5th, and Rex Staten is now in 6th place on the racetrack in the third moto.
The amazing story here is that Rex Staton in 6th position. Remember, he was the victim of that horrible double endo crash earlier. Here he is up and still riding in the Super Bowl of motocross, rapidly moving towards his conclusion here at the Los Angeles Coliseum.
It's all over.
That crowd is just going ecstatic here as they realize that a United States campaigner, either Weinert in 2nd or Ellis in 1st, is going to take all the marbles in Super Bowl number 4 of motocross. In fact, some of that crowd in this very last lap of competition is already beginning to break across the track down here, Dave. A very dangerous situation.
The fans come streaming down and across the racetrack. We've still got bikes out there at racing speed, and it's dangerous indeed. It's another obstacle on this course filled with obstacles. They're all trying to get at the winners, and the leader right now is this young man, Jimmy Ellis.
Ascending to peristyle for the final time. Ellis going for victory. All he has to do is stay up for about 1/3 of the course now, and it's all his.
He's put Jim Weinert well back behind him, and Jimmy Ellis appears headed for the biggest motorcycling victory of his life in the Super Bowl.
Listen to this thunderous crowd as Ellis moves toward victory.
He works his way past some of the lapped riders.
You'd think the Los Angeles Rams, Dave, were on their way to a Super Bowl victory the way this crowd is responding to this young American's efforts in the Super Bowl of motocross.
Jimmy Ellis now just one turn away from victory, goes wide to the outside. Here he comes over the final jump looking for the checkered flag. Everybody's on their feet, and a victory wave as he takes the checkered flag.
You got it, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Super Bowl of motocross is Jimmy Ellis with help from number 2, Jim Weinert.
That is incredible racing. We'll have more right after this. Marty, I must admit, motocross racing is incredible. You guys go and go and go and hammer yourselves out there. I'm curious, I believe we can get a shot of the rendition here of the track. Can you tell me something about this motocross track that's coming to Anaheim Stadium? Some of the key points that as a spectator, as a rider, what do you look for out there?
Well, the start's going to be it's going to be a key point because there's going to be 40 riders starting at the same time, and they all want to get to that first turn first, and not too many of them can. And the whole track really is going to be really exciting for the spectators. Everybody's going to be able to see everything.
Let me ask you something. Working your way around the track that we're looking at here, there's jumps, there's ruts, there's mud holes, there's all kinds of gear. Doesn't this tear a bike apart?
Yeah, it's just as hard on the bike as it is on the rider.
I'll be doggone. Motocross racing, stadium motocross racing, an incredible form of racing. I'll tell you what, Marty, thank you for joining us here tonight for this motocross little display here of stadium motocross, exactly what it's all about. My name is Dan Scahill, and this has been Stadium Motocross, the phenomenon, with Marty Smith, Team Honda.